Fit 10 Nation, it is day 65 of the Fit 10 Challenge, and I just got in. It's about 8:30 at night. We had the Main Street Car Free Day today. We had our first tent ever. Our 9 years of business made our first setup. So it was a full day. Started about 8 this morning in terms of setting up, and then we literally just finished. Now we had a great turnout. This is the busiest Main Street Car Free Day that I've seen. Lots of inquiries, lots of people entering our giveaways. So it was a success. It was a bigger success than I had anticipated. All right, so really happy about that. Now, I've not sent you numbers yet. I apologize. They are coming. Okay, I'm going to send them tonight. There's no excuse. They're coming. Okay. All right. Let's get into some questions. Is correct form more important than lifting a lot of weight or getting a lot of reps in? Okay, I'm going to read this again. Is correct form more important than lifting a lot of weight or getting a lot of reps in? All right, so we have to ask ourselves, why is it important to have correct form? Like, so what? Correct form because it looks good? Because that's what a textbook says? Or that's what I say? Why are we doing correct form? Okay? To prevent injury? Sure, absolutely. Prevent injury. What else? How about effectively working the muscle? How about effectively working the muscle, right? No, this is not like, I don't just say this because it's like, it's going to make, like, it's like cool to say that, or it's going to make a 1% difference. It makes a massive difference, a huge difference. It is everything. Your muscle, and I'm not saying this in a condescending way. It may sound this way, but don't take it this way, okay? I just want to be very explicit in what I'm saying. Your muscle doesn't know when you walk up to a bar and it's got 200 pounds on it. Your muscle doesn't know that. It doesn't know. It only knows what you take it through, okay? So the muscle gets loaded in a certain fashion, okay? And it's only going to know that load, and that's how you load that muscle is largely dependent, or fully dependent, on your form, okay? If I squat and I bend right over the waist, or I squat and I stay upright, there's going to be a big difference in terms of how my quads are loaded, okay? My quadricep muscles, how they're loaded. So that's going to make all the difference. I'm either going to do a back extension and my back will take all the load, or I'm going to do less of a back extension, or hopefully very little of a back extension, and my quads will take that load. All right? So, somewhere's going to take the load, hopefully, right? And hopefully it's not your joints. Okay? This is why I preach slow eccentrics, which we've talked about already, right? Slow eccentrics. So, listen, if you do a dumbbell curl, okay, with a certain amount of weight, and you swing it, okay, you swing, how much is the muscle? How much is your bicep getting loaded? How much is your bicep muscle getting loaded? Not very much, because momentum is taking over. Okay? So there's a difference between movement and then the muscle being exhausted, the muscle working. And I'm not talking to you as a bodybuilder or somebody who's trying to put on muscle. We're talking about somebody who wants to effectively strengthen their muscles, okay, and build some lean muscle tissue to help keep the body lean and strong, okay? That's what we're talking about here. So you need to effectively train, which means you need to have correct form, which means it doesn't matter what the load is. Well, it doesn't matter what the load is, obviously, but you can't sacrifice form. It defeats the purpose on sacrificing form for weight or reps. Okay? So I will say this again. You've heard me say this many times. Get the most out of the least. So you will use the most amount of weights that you can for a given amount of reps that I assign, given that you are under control, perfect form, okay? And then proper mechanics. That is basically your form as you go through the movement. Okay? Your positioning of your various extremities. Okay? And good tempo, proper tempo, controlled. Make the muscles work. If you bounce around on a squat, your joints are going to take the load. If you go slow on the eccentric, your muscles are going to take the load. Okay, this is why I always say as you go heavier, or I often say as you go heavier, you slow down your reps, at least on the eccentric phase. Okay, on the concentric phase, you want to explode. Okay? So form is of utmost importance, but that's not to say that weight doesn't count. Weight does count. But form comes first, all right? So we're going to exhaust the muscles given a certain, whatever rep range with perfect form, whatever that weight is for that rep range. Okay? Your muscle does not know weight. It only knows what it's subjected to, and that depends on your form. Okay, and the load, okay, and your speed and your control and your mechanics, okay? All right, okay. Message of the day. What is the message of the day? I read the message of the day and then sometimes I forget it. Message of the day is, you must first take care of yourself before you can take care of others. So for those of you who feel guilty for taking care of yourself, or for those of you who feel like I can only take care of others and I don't have time for myself, you will do a better job of taking care of yourself taking care of others if you take care of yourself first. This is so important. It's important that you are happy with yourself. It's important that you feel good about yourself. It's important that you are healthy. It is important that you are able to do everything that you want to do to take care of other people. And in order to do that, you need to be physically and mentally healthy. Okay? So, for those of you who feel guilty, and I've had this before with people, I know this, they feel guilty if they do something for themselves related to their health. They feel like they're selfish. There's nothing selfish about it. There isn't. If you want to better take care of others, take care of yourself first, okay? All right, submit, commit, do what you have to do, you guys, and I will talk to y'all soon. My clicker is dead, so you're going to see my thumb go right up to the phone here. Wow, isn't this new? All right. I missed the clicker. The clicker will be back. I think it's just dying, so, all right? Work on your form, get the most out of the least, submit, commit. I'll talk to you guys all soon. We'll see you guys